Hello, welcome back to part 4 of the Life Tips playthrough. Life Tips mini vid series, I don't know what to call this yet. We're going to go with Life Tips. This is a quick video, again probably only going to be a couple of minutes long, about hatches. I get an awful lot of people asking about how to herd your hatches together into one spot so that you can feed them to get coal. And for those of you that might not be aware, what we have inside here is a lovely hatch. Now, what hatches will do, if we actually watch this guy now, he's going to eat some of this dirt that he's just fallen out of. And they basically will consume anything that's on the floor and turn it into coal. When they go for number twosies, they will essentially leave coal. So they're a great way of getting rid of leftover, useless, surplus materials that might be kicking around your base. So a great example is clay or sandstone or sedimentary rock or something that you've got a lot of that you don't really use all that much. A lot of people like to use ice or fertilizer. They're really kind of handy. You can do a lot with them. If you're going to use a base that's focusing on coal gens, you're going to want hatches, simple as that. Now, easiest way to herd them together is when you're digging out your base at the start and you're digging out all your surrounding asteroid, leave a few natural tiles here and there. Doesn't matter how many you've got, just one or two, it doesn't matter. Just leave a couple so that you've got somewhere for your hatches to burrow. And then basically what you're going to do, let's say this is where we want our hatches to end up ultimately. Okay, and we've got a tile of algae here, and there's already a load of hatches already sat here, but we've got a few kicking around here as well. What you're going to do is let them burrow. Get yourself a little platform built underneath, and then essentially just dig them out and let them fall down. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just to make life a bit easier, I'm going to sweep up all this dirt, because obviously I'm in debug, I can do what I want, and I'm just going to put that over there. Okay, so we've got all our hatches in on one floor, for example. Now, hatches can jump 2 tiles up and 1 tile across. Okay, so if we now put a platform here and here, and if we get a bit of, what should we use? Actually, we'll just leave them. If we skip this through now, the hatches are ultimately going to want to burrow into that tile eventually. Okay, now it may take a couple of cycles. Sometimes they will just do it straight away. Sometimes they will be little sods and jump back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But eventually what they will do, you'll notice they will all end up in that tile. Okay, at that point, all you need to do, build your little enclosure underneath it. There's one just burrowed in there now. Build your little enclosure and dig away that tile. And it's as simple as that, just lure them somewhere. Now, a great way of luring them to a particular point in your base, let's say you wanted to get them to a tile up here, okay? A great way to lure them is just by building a quick canvas or a tile, it doesn't really matter, okay? Deconstruct it, and if you're like me and you've got all your compactors on sweep only, there'll be a nice bit of material on the floor that will lure them over to that part. Meanwhile, you can get a dupe to come and quickly get rid of a tile or trap them, do you know what I mean? So there's some coal they've left over. So that's what they basically do. They'll eat stuff and leave coal. Now we've had a lot of hatches on here, and I must be honest, obviously because I'm in debug, I've just vacuumed out the entire area and just collected them all as and when I've seen one. But essentially what we can do, we can let all these burrow back into this tile, okay, which they should do slowly. Okay, I'm probably just going to do this myself manually in a second, but they will just burrow into this tile, and then all you would have to do is dig away this tile, simple as that. Now, some people like to build these into their base. So, for example, if we take, let's see, can we move this hatch without him being, yeah we can. Let's say we had a fertilizer setup down here, okay? We can actually drop a hatch into this fertilizer setup, or obviously you'd have to lure him into your fertilizer setup. And what he will do is run back and forth and eat your fertilizer, making you coal. Now, if you've got a base where coal is more valuable to you than, you know, fertilizer, this is a great way of feeding them for free, because a lot of people at the moment are using fertilizer makers to make more natural gas, which they then use for power. So they don't need the fertilizer, it's surplus. So as you can see, as long as you control the temperature in this room, which I've done with just a couple of wheeze-warts, the hatch will just run back and forth and eat the fertilizer and leave us coal. Simple as that. Now, I'm going to get him back up here because I don't want him down here. And we'll put him back with all his friends up here. Okay. Once these are all burrowed, or for argument's sake now, all you would have to do is dig out the tile underneath them. Now, there is no fall damage in this game, so I'm just going to simulate them all being in here. There's no fall damage, so all you would do is dig out that tile, get rid of everything that's got them there, okay, and then they're in your pit. If this one will just go in. I hate when they do this. Okay. Now, if we had underneath these compactors, in these compactors, look at him go. In these compactors, we basically got sandstone. Okay, I've asked for my sandstone to be kept in here, and it's not being collected anywhere else. All my compactors are on sweep only, which basically means sandstone goes in here. If I then empty this, the sandstone will get dropped on the floor, and the hatches can eat it. And it's that simple. So we'll get the rest of these put back in here if they'll move. I'm pretty sure one fell off. I think one might have fell through my world, but either way, the hatches are now in here. My dupes will now come back and keep putting more sandstone in, because I've already got a sweep command somewhere else in my base. So I basically turfed all the sandstone out of my compactors, made these sweep only, which means that if I do this, I can drop more sandstone in, okay? And again, these will just constantly eat it. And providing you've not got sandstone in any of your other compactors in your base, so for example, I've not got it in any of mine, your dupes will automatically keep coming back and replenishing it. And you can just drop as much as you want in there. You can do whatever you want. Sandstone, clay, they're great examples. So yeah, that's it really. This is essentially infinite coal, and if you leave them running around, make sure you dig them up so they're not burrowing during the night, and they'll constantly run back and forth and get you food. Simple as that. Get you coal rather. So infinite coal means you can have infinite coal gens, and off you go. Simple as that. So that's it guys, just a very quick video, hope it helps. Any questions, do give me a shout. Obviously it's a little bit difficult to do this in the game, but it is doable. I have done it on colonies a number of times, on stream, people have watched me do it, and I've ended up with 12, 13 hatches in a little tiny room like that. So it's easily done, it just takes a bit of patience. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And obviously if you can subscribe on YouTube, that's much appreciated as well. Thank you very much guys, I will see you in the next video, which is probably going to be on something a bit more in depth, like maybe plants. We'll see, we'll see. But thank you very much. Have fun, take care, bye bye.